How do you deal with negative reviews on your 3D printed products? One of the things that you'll have to deal with at some point in your entrepreneurial journey is negative reviews, regardless of whether or not you have a great product or regardless of whether it's the customer's fault. Now, here is my personal take on this as someone who does sell 3D printed products. I sometimes get reviews of people complaining that the item is low quality only because it was 3D printed. And while I can understand why someone thinks that way, I do try to put it in my descriptions that the item is 3D printed, and I do go out of my way to lower the layer height, to try to hide the layers as much as I can, to using more premium filaments, to even using textured plates, so that way it gives off a very nice polished finish on my 3D prints. Now, I do find these reviews a little unfair, but truthfully, it's just part of the business. For some customers, if they already have a 3D printer and they buy something that's 3D printed, they obviously won't see the value. But here's the thing, I'm not selling the 3D print, I'm selling the outcome and the solution that the 3D print has. And for the most part, these reviews are not helpful, but it's just a natural part of this business. Now, keep in mind, in other cases where a 3D print broke or the customer misread the ordered the wrong size, or maybe the color didn't come out exactly as envisioned in the photos, I do take these very seriously, and I will always side with my customers as long as they are reasonable and offer some sort of constructive criticism. Now, keep in mind, as a seller, you will inevitably get people who just view 3D printing as a low quality form of manufacturing, but then you'll also get people who see 3D printing as a very cool and unique way to create products. And for the most part, as someone who sells 3D prints, I'm actually willing to go out of my way to help a customer get exactly what they want and even refund them if there is no proper solution. In addition, I've also let customers keep their item, especially if they're not happy. So look, if there's always ways I can improve products simply by increasing the quality, the results, or maybe improving something on my end, and if the customer is willing to offer that, then I'm more than willing to help them out. At the very end of it, regardless of how you manufacture anything, someone's going to have a complaint about something, and regardless of who you sell to, at some point, someone's going to have a negative review and give you that negative review. It's only your job to understand where they're coming from, make changes, take that feedback, and then learn and implement it into your next future product. Just remember that it's never personal, and when someone gets upset, you always want to hear them out and listen and see exactly how you can improve based off their feedback.